Oh, I couldn't be more excited for a weekend ahead. Should be decent, I suppose. What's up, people? What's happening? How is your Friday morning going so far? Sorry you're awake right now. Oh, I was sleeping so good. So good. And then I happened to spill a drink in my room by rolling over my stupid CPAP, hose. Knocked it off the table next to me, so I had to get up middle of the night, clean up a spill. Not that big of a deal, right? But it was annoying. And of course, the beverage, it went all over my phone, went all over everything on the table, and there's a little drawer in the table, so it went down into the drawer, all over everything in the drawer, and also all over the floor. It was a total pain, but I'll take it, because I woke up feeling a little bit better today than I did yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit better than the day before. So maybe there is hope to feel decent. Yeah. Plus, it's Friday. Now, I came in. There was a task. I left my computer running. And I was like, I'm sure with my luck as of late, computer's going to, have crashed or something. It actually worked. So far, so good today. I hope that's how your morning is going as well. And hopefully we'll have some fun on the show. It's Friday, so we got traffic school powered by the Advocates. Should have Lieutenant Crane from the Idaho State Police coming in to answer your questions about the law. I think today we're going to announce a pretty fun giveaway that we'll be doing all of next week. Maybe we'll announce that at 10 today. I don't know. Maybe when Peaches comes in, we'll announce it. But at some point, we'll announce that giveaway. And, again, it's Friday. So, can't really complain too much unless, you got to work all weekend or something. And then I'm sorry. Sorry you got to do that. But hopefully it goes great for you and goes by quick. All right. I am going to dig up something stupid and fun to talk about, because that's what you should do on the radio. And in the meantime, we'll do some Spirit Box and then some Slayer and more. I guess I'll thank listener Stuart for sending me this horrific story to start the day. In Thailand, a man was bitten in the groin by a 12-foot python while sitting on the toilet. Ugh. This is one of the most unsettling things I can imagine. You wake up, trying to start your day, sit down on the can, and a 12-foot python crawls out of the toilet and bites you. Bites you anywhere, okay? But, as a man, we all know the last place you want to get bitten by a snake. The guy said, felt something biting. He said more than that, but it was very painful, so I put my hands in the toilet to see what was wrong. I was shocked and grabbed a snake. And then he had to fight the snake with a toilet brush. And he did take some photos as well. Fantastic. I think this is real. I didn't take a bunch of time to verify the story. Oh, great. And then they linked 57 creepy historical photos that will freak you out. This might be some content I could share on the K-Bear Facebook page. All right, first image here. I'm not going to go through all 57, don't worry. First image here is somebody removed some old carpets in a newly purchased house, and you can clearly see a very large pentagram carved into the floor. All right, that would let you know some weird stuff's gone down at your place. Let's see, somebody built a building on top of a cemetery, and in the basement, this is strange looking. They got a brick floor and everything, but the graves are still there. I don't think you're supposed to live above a graveyard. Yeah. You ever seen Poltergeist? Yeah. All right, there's a somewhat creepy looking woman standing on a roof. And, all right, that's just somebody standing on a roof. I don't think these are that creepy. Okay, somebody putting a note like this on your vehicle is kind of creepy. You are so easy to find, Mark. You should drive more carefully. All right, some nasty looking... Oh, those aren't hands. Those are mushrooms. Whoa, those are pretty weird. They do look like zombie hands coming out of the ground. If I was walking through the woods and saw that, I would definitely be like, ah! It's called Xylaria polymorpha. Okay, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Okay. Well, anyway, now we're getting into just kind of gross stuff. Maybe I won't. Maybe, yeah. Not going to share this. Anyway. An early version of Ronald McDonald. Scariest photo yet. That's why the child in the photo is crying. All right. Well, there we go. I had to shake the snake story. You know, that's kind of funny to say. No snakes in the toilet, please. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. All right. I have no idea why, but my social media feed is completely filled with all of this ranting about this Cracker Barrel logo. Peaches and I actually talked about this during the noon hour of madness and mayhem yesterday. The new logo for Cracker Barrel, I don't think it's as good as the old one, personally. The old one has some character to it, but it's just a restaurant logo. People are losing their minds. I cannot believe the comment sections I'm seeing on these things. Like, somebody made a post about how the new the new logo is woke. I'm looking at it. I don't know how. I think people have just started to throw that word at anything they don't like. Like, it's lost all meaning. It doesn't mean anything anymore. So, that term is, like South Park pointed out, officially dead, I think. And when it reaches a point that people just throw it around for any reason whatsoever. But, again, this is just a business logo. Why waste that kind of mental energy throwing a tantrum online about a business logo? You know? Like, a few years ago, Z103 changed their logo, made it a little bit more modern. I don't know if anybody even noticed, because it was fairly similar. Perhaps if we had drawn attention to it. Check out our new logo. I like the old one better. Me. Like, I don't know, if people put all of the effort that they do into complaining online about stupid things, into, I don't know, trying to better the world, can you imagine how things could be? And this is popping up everywhere. Everywhere. And again, I do think the old logo was better. I like stuff with a little bit of character. Like when my girlfriend and I were driving to Washington, we were driving through Spokane, and from the freeway, you could see this Arby's logo. And it was like a real old Arby's logo. It looked cool. It had, you know, like, I don't know, it almost had a casino type look to it. Did I immediately jump online and be like, I saw an old Arby's logo. Why don't all of them still look that way? What a bunch of crap, bro. Get myself all worked up and mad. People like to get themselves really angry about dumb things. Like, just take a deep breath and try to enjoy each day on this planet that you're lucky enough to get. All right? There are reasons to get mad, but not that sign changed. It's different now. Oh, people are very aversive to change. All right. Like, anytime something new pops up, oh, jeez. Like, I don't know. People need a hobby or something. Social media outrage and complaining online should not be a hobby. And I know I'm guilty of inciting outrage on social media and arguing with people in the comments. All right. I do it too. And I do it for fun. I'll admit it. But still, I'm not going to get in a Cracker Barrel logo argument. All right. At least try to argue about issues that somewhat matter. I bet they change it back. Let's wait and see. Holy crap, 7 o'clock already? This is good in a way, because it means the day is moving quickly, but also I'm trying to catch up all of the pending posts in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal group. It looks like they didn't get really touched for a while. Sorry, everybody. I was on vacation. But I'll get those caught up, then I'll find some more content, and then, we'll keep this party rolling, okay? Sometimes you just got to do a little bit of Devin Townsend. What up? It's the Victor Wilt program morning, and happy Friday to you. Thanks for kicking it today. Okay. What was I going to get into here? Somebody started calling right when I started yapping, and it threw off my focus. I figured they were not calling with the intention of jumping on the air, so I'm not going to answer them right now. If you do want to talk on air, person who's calling, you just stay on that line, and then we'll fire up the phones and put you on the air. But I'm going to give it a minute here because I know my message reaching you is on a bit of a delay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, the internet's making me feel old. Great. Somebody asked the question, people who grew up without smartphones, what did you actually do when you were bored? How old is this person? Smartphones haven't been around that long, have they? Let's see. First smartphone. Okay, because back in the day, cell phones were not fun, all right? They were just pretty much an annoyance, because that was the, very first time that people could reach you anywhere you go. You couldn't just leave your house and go off the grid. No. Once them cell phones became mainstream, always getting bothered all the time. But smartphones are different. All right, let's see. The IBM Simon is widely considered the first smartphone. What was the first smartphone that, people actually bought? That's what I want to know. Let's see here. Would it have been the iPhone? Maybe? Early smartphones, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we're talking late 2000s and early 2010s, probably. That wasn't that long ago, When the heck did the iPhone come out? Hold on. iPhone release date. Okay, crazy. June 29th, 2007. Who's asking the question, what did you do before 2007? All right? That was not very long ago. You're not old if you had to do stuff before 2007. But I'll tell you what we did. A lot of the same things people do now aside from scrolling on their phones. Watch TV, play video games. I did read a lot more before stupid smartphones. And I don't even know why I scroll social media most of the time. It's not enlightening. Every once in a while I come across something that I'm like, oh, that's cool, congrats, or oh, that's sad, here, care, or I might fight with somebody about something. But the amount of time spent on social media, it's just ridiculous. You'd be so much better off sitting back and reading a book. And I am no one to judge. I haven't been reading crap, and I have about 10 million books in my house. What does the internet say they did before smartphones here? For the people who actually answered this question. Books, magazines, video games, TV, hang out with friends. Yeah, you would hang out with friends in person, play video games in person, because we didn't have, online gaming. Not like today, anyway. You had to have a computer back in the day to do some real online gaming. I know, does that make me sound really old? I know that you've been able to do online gaming on consoles for a long time. All right, sorry, but I am old. All right, went out on bike rides all the time. I used to do that when I was a kid. Everybody talking here about reading. Back in the day, you're sitting there in the bathroom. You didn't have any other options than a magazine or book, okay? Couldn't be scrolling Facebook and fighting with people in the comments. I wonder how many times you're fighting with somebody who's just sitting on the can. Probably way more often than you want to know. Let's see. We didn't do a lot back in the day. Everyone's like, yeah, we'd play outside. Oh, here, threw rocks at each other. Oh, making mixtapes for music playing on the radio. Yeah, back in the day, if you wanted to hear a song and you didn't own the CD, you had to call the radio station. Be like, come on, Play me that song, and then you'd have your cassette ready to go so you could record the song. Early days of music piracy. Metallica didn't complain about that, though. All right, we got somebody calling. Let's see what they want. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Who's this?
This is Mark.
Mark, what's up, dude?
Morning, Victor.
Morning.
Yeah, we used to build tree forts and ground forts.
Oh, yeah.
And underground forts.
Dude, yeah.
That was a big thing there.
I remember passing time one day with my friends just digging a hole in my backyard. Like,
Yeah.
that's what we did for fun. Let's dig a hole. Kids have it way too good nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it was fun times back then.
it was fun. It was fun. You know, I just didn't realize how good kids in the future were going to have it. Oh, man.
Well, sometimes I just feel like a drone or something. Like I'm plugged into this thing.
Dude,
it's called a phone.
I totally get what you mean, man. I totally get what you mean. And I think I must have been having some weird AI dreams last night or something. Because I vaguely recall thoughts going through my head where, like, we were so tapped into the technology that basically we weren't people anymore. It was I must have had some weird dreams. Mm-hmm.
Scary.
Well, appreciate the call today, Mark, and hope it's a good one.
All right.
Good
Have a
weekend.
good
For
weekend.
you too, man. Peace.
Thank you.
Peace. Yeah, a lot of people complain about kids using, their like tablets or cell phones, and I don't know. Maybe all kids weren't like me when I was a kid, but we used to do things that were mischievous. We used to get into trouble. Like I've told the story about picking up rotten apples in my backyard. Parents would be like, go pick up some apples, the yard's a mess. And we'd take a wiffle ball bat and just bean them over to the neighbor's garage and just pummel the side of that thing with rotten apples. The neighbors didn't they knew who did it and came over very angry. I think we had to hose it down or something. But that was the kind of crap we did. Digging holes, smashing rotten fruit with wiffle ball bats. Yeah, see, I think that there is a benefit to the modern day technology. I think kids are up to a little bit less trouble. I saw stats the other day about drinking and smoking, and we're at some of the lowest numbers of all time, which I think that's great. Young people are sitting there scrolling social media instead of getting out and getting into the kind of trouble that a lot of kids did back when I was young. So I don't think it's that bad. All right, I'm going to be back in a second, okay? Oh, did Peaches announce the giveaway? I don't know if he intended that to be airing yet, but hey, I won't play it. Y'all listening to my show get to find out about the giveaway before everybody else. Well, still working on catching up the posts in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal group. My apologies if you posted something, I don't know, within the last 2 weeks and it never got approved. It's all right. Yeah, catching it up, and then hopefully we can just be on it moving forward. Anyhow, I guess you heard that little promo, right? For the giveaway we're going to be doing. I think we intended to announce it like later today, but that's fine. That's fine. Going to be giving away tickets to Mudvayne. Can't wait for that show. It's going to be sick. It's Mudvayne, Static X, and Vended. Vended, Corey Taylor's son's band. And that band has really gotten better and better as time goes on. If you want to win some tickets to the show, we're making it a little bit more difficult this time. We're doing the Muddled Vein contest. So we've scrambled 5 Mudvayne songs, made them sound really weird. And all you've got to do is be caller number 20. When we give you the cue to call, solve it, tell us what song it is, and you score tickets to see Mudvayne, Static X, and Vended at the Port in Pokey Friday, October 3rd. So If you don't win, you should buy some tickets. We've got the link for the show up on the Riverbend Media Group event calendar. That's riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. Get yourself some tickets to the show. Guarantee you're going to love it. Mudvayne is sick live. Static X is sick live. Haven't seen Vended live, but I bet it's going to be great. So, yeah, of course, we're going to be hanging out. Keep listening starting Monday for your chance to play that game. Brush up on popular Mudvayne songs. That's my tip for you. Now, I like to give tips to those who listen to my show. Brush up on popular Mudvayne songs, because it is a tricky contest, and it's going to kind of get harder and harder as the week goes on. But it should be fun. Should be fun. And I'm looking forward to sending people to the show. All right, we've talked a bit about cruises over the years on this show. You know, you're stuck on this giant boat. They tend to be a large bacteria pool for disease and sickness, and you tend to hear a bunch of horror stories about them. I don't know if I'll ever take a cruise just because of, getting quarantined. That seems to happen quite often. Also, do you get seasick on a cruise ship? Or is it so big that doesn't bother you? Because I've been on a boat in the ocean, and it sucked. Just wanted to vomit. Blech. But apparently that's not all you got to worry about. Somebody might want some chicken tenders. Next thing you know, brawl breaks out. Fight over chicken tenders. Yeah, I'm watching the video here. That is a brawl. That's a straight up brawl. Chicken tenders actually came up on the noon hour yesterday. What food was I? Oh, we were talking about steak. Peaches was like, I'm not a steak guy. I don't like a steak. And I was like, well, dude, why don't you just get some chicken tenders? And I don't like people who just ordered chicken tenders. So I told him to, fire up the kids menu and get some mac and cheese or something, bro. Eat a steak. Brutal beef. Come on. So I guess Peaches would not be the guy who's going to get in a brawl over chicken tenders. I am not anti-chicken tender. I think they're good. They're good. But, man, if I got punched in the head over a chicken tender, I'd be very frustrated. All right? Doesn't seem worth fighting about. And, I mean, there got to be like a dozen people in this chicken tenders brawl. And then you're stuck on the boat with those people, okay? Generally, somebody punch you in the head, they're going to end up going to jail, and hopefully you don't see them again. Unless you go back to the same, crappy bar where these type of things seem to happen all the time. All right? You just avoid that place moving forward. Can't do that when you're stuck on a boat for a week. I don't know. Cruise industry's got to do some good marketing, because I can't imagine that it's doing great with all the chaos that's happened in the last few years. But, I mean, Chuck E. Cheese is worse. I see way more brawls happen there, so, I don't know. Maybe I'd consider it someday. Depending on which cruise. And if they have enough chicken tenders for everybody. All right, I'm going to dig up some freak news right now. Hopefully. And then we'll be back with that. Plus, of course, music, blah, blah, blah. You just hang on, okay? Hang on. All right, let's dive in. What do we got for freak news? Have you been chatting with the Grok AI on Twitter/X? Well, your chats may have been exposed in search engine results. Well, apparently, unique links are created when Grok users press a button to share a transcript of their conversation. But in addition to sharing it with a friend, I guess it just made it searchable online. So, you could get on Google and read what everybody was chatting with AI about. And we've had enough stories pop up recently where people are having, I don't know, kind of bizarre relationships with ChatGPT. South Park's been making fun of this in the last couple episodes. It's pretty funny. I use ChatGPT for, menial tasks around here. Create a recap of this transcript or blah, blah, blah. Give me some keywords. Come up with a stupid title for this episode of the podcast. But I don't think I've ever sat down and just had a conversation with it. From all the stories I've read recently about people having like mental breakdowns from, engaging in conversation with ChatGPT, I don't recommend it. So I wouldn't recommend it with Grok either or any other kind of AI. For one, they're storing your information. Two, you might get brainwashed and do something crazy. Maybe that's what happened with Lil Nas X. He was arrested. You know Lil Nas X, right? I don't know, he's put out a bunch of hit rap/pop songs. Okay, Old Town Road, the song that used, a Nine Inch Nails beat and became like the biggest track of all time that year. Anyway, yeah, I guess he was arrested naked in the streets of LA after charging at officers. They don't know what was going on with him. I hope he's doing okay. They're saying it, could possibly be some type of overdose or, just mental distress. But, okay, wait a minute here. They said he was naked, but they have video. If you're in your underwear, you are not naked, okay? He's wearing some, tighty whities. I wasn't trying to look up naked pictures of Lil Nas X, okay? It's in the news article at NBCnews.com, okay? They've got the video right there. But you can't use the word naked when somebody's not naked, all right? That's inappropriate. It's misinformation. News. Because we've discussed this on Traffic School. You are not naked if you're wearing tighty whities. All right. Now, you're probably going to get talked to. Officers are going to stop and make sure you're not completely wasted or something like that. But tighty whities are like a Speedo. You're technically covered up, even though nobody wants to see it. So anyway, hope Lil Nas X is doing all right. What else do we have here? Florida man arrested after drone carrying drugs crashes into house. All right, listen, people. Drone technology, it's not completely foolproof, okay? Drones crash. I don't think you should be dealing drugs, okay? But if you're going to, I'd say that the old-fashioned way, where you just hand deliver it, it's completely in your control, it's probably the smarter route. Not to, all right, I'm going to fly it over there. Yeah. These folks are in jail. Just flying meth and fentanyl through the skies of Florida. It's not too surprising, but it seems just like the dumbest way to try to go about your illegal business. Florida man be dumb sometimes. Florida man be dumb. All right, and finally, I guess, be careful getting a part-time job. I don't know if this could happen here, but over in Japan, a teacher got a part-time job working in a convenience store, and apparently that caused students emotional distress. Oh, my teacher's not just a teacher. So they fired the teacher. You can't upset the children by having another job. Okay, I'm a radio DJ. Most radio DJs that I know have a second job. All right? I could use a second job. I need more money. Times are tough. But I also just, I value being able to sit on my couch and watch TV. I don't know if I could take more work. Jade's always dumping more work on me. I'm always multitasking. Anyway, good luck to that teacher. And holy cow, it's 8 o'clock. All right, let's keep this party rolling. In about 45 minutes, we got Traffic School powered by the Advocates. Get those questions ready. 208-535-1015, going to be the number to call. You have 45 minutes to come up with a question to ask me and Lieutenant Crane about the law. So it's a lot of time. Hope you come up with some good ones. And looking forward to it because it's always fun. All right, anyway. Sorry, I was talking to Jade about stuff. Nothing exciting, or I'd tell you about it. I'm not hiding anything. It was just a bit of a distraction. So it kind of prevented me from digging up any content I was attempting to dig up here. So right now might be a good time for me to just remind you about something basic, like the fact that we have a bunch of apps you should download. The K-Bear 101 app, the number one app you should download. So then when you're out of town, you can listen to K-Bear anywhere on the planet. Now we have other stations as well that you may not have checked out. Alt 101, we've got an app for that. Now that's going to be your like 90s and 2000s, you know, just rock-oriented classic station. Not like a classic rock station. You know, it's not going to have old stuff. But, I guess the 90s are old now. Sorry, people my age. The 90s are oldies. But, yeah, if you're into classic alternative music, you'll probably really like it. And then there's an app for Cannonball 101 if you want something even more classic. And then all of our sister stations have apps. I'll be talking a little bit more about one of our country apps very soon because I've been working on a project on one of them for months and months and months and months. And we're almost there, almost at the finish line. And I'm so excited. You're like, what, excited about country music? Well, all I'm going to say is that when this particular station launched, I did not have my usual hand in it. And as the greatest radio programmer in the region, should have just let me do things right the first time. But better late than never. So when I get that done, I'll be talking about it a lot. All right, because it's going to be cool. It's going to be really sweet. It's just been lots of work. I've built a number of radio stations from scratch before. This one's taken the longest to do properly, but it's going to be good, and I'm very proud of myself. And big shout out to my teammates who have been assisting me with the tedious tasks behind the scenes on this. Justin over at 105 The Hawk, Jade, and a variety of other people as well. Our new guy, Jeff, helping out quite a bit with that. So, yeah, it's going to be great. Feels good to be getting ahead on that project. Feels good to not be afraid of drinking water today. It's a long story. But yeah, we're going to have some fun. Traffic school in about a half hour. Get those questions ready. I will find something to talk about for the next break. But I was talking with Jade about projects. So projects were on the mind. One of these days, all projects will be complete, right? No, not in the world of radio. I'm sure we'll just come up with more radio stations to launch. Anyway, find out about all of our different channels over at riverbendmediagroup.com. I mean, we even have like an EDM radio station, Vibes 103. You can get your party on, get the glow sticks out 24/7. All right. Hey, what's up, my people? It's the Victor Wilt Show. Good morning. All right. I've talked a bit about Google AI search results and how they're just wrong sometimes. Like, what was I looking for recently? And I was like, that is incorrect. Oh, how late is alcohol sold in Idaho Falls? All right. Oh, they fixed it. They fixed it here. Before, last time I checked it, it was saying 1 a.m. And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that's incorrect. Well, there are a lot of people having problems with Google AI results that are completely inaccurate. And a number of these places are restaurants because people will Google, hey, what are the specials at blah, 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 blah. And then it gives out a bunch of specials. People show up at the restaurant and they're like, I want this deal. And the places are like, that's not a real deal. I saw it on Google. Okay, well, not everything you see on the internet is correct. You gotta go to the Facebook pages and things like that, the official websites for these businesses. You can't just rely on AI, all right? AI's getting better, but it ain't perfect yet, okay? So if you see something on Google AI, because they're putting those results at the top of every search now, don't take that at face value. This is causing major problems as far as misinformation goes. I'm surprised that Google hasn't taken it down till they get it working better. But all these companies are very obsessed with being the leader in AI and things like that. So, things are going to get so weird in the next week. I'm saying the next year, if even that. Probably the next 6 months. Because this technology is advancing so quick. It's wild. It is wild. Let's see. Let's ask Google, who is Victor Wilt? Victor Wilt has hosted East Idaho's loudest morning show for over a decade. Oh, that's from riverbendmediagroup.com. No Google AI results for me yet. I haven't hit the big time yet. Oh, dang it. It's all dark in here, and I can't tell if I was swatting at a piece of dust or if it was a mosquito. But I don't care. Ain't no way I'm going to risk a mosquito bite. Ugh. And I know you might be going, dude, it's not that big a deal. It's just a mosquito bite. Well, I haven't taken any allergy pills for a few days, so good reminder. Yeah. Because, tell you, I have the worst, most horrific reactions to mosquito bites. Peaches, I'm looking for Zyrtec, buddy. Got to take my allergy meds. I don't know if it was dust or a mosquito in here, but something was flying around. All right. What's up, Peaches?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. You got anything you want to talk about while I try to find an allergy pill?
We could use that for what's in the box.
Zyrtec?
Yeah, just trying to figure out which pill it is that's in the box.
Yeah, you have to guess from the many different kinds that are in here. All right, there we go. I do have one.
The very bottom, of course.
What do you... Oh, at the bottom of the jar? Yeah. All right. You don't have any acid reflux medication, do you?
I do.
All right, cool. I seem to have
Omeprazole?
missed out on... Yes.
Yeah, I do have that. I got a new bottle this morning.
I've been having, I told you yesterday, major stomach problems for a couple days. Acid reflux, bad.
Oh.
And I forgot to take one this morning. So, yeah, much appreciated, buddy. Now, by the way, everybody, you shouldn't just take random medications. Talk to your doctors. We are not doctors, so that's just what we take.
There's a really funny page I just found of an actual doctor. His name's Dr. Mike, something like that. Mm-hmm. But, he likes to analyze different videos of people giving out terrible medical advice. There's one guy talking about how these are the 4 medicines you should take daily. And the 4 medicines this guy was recommending was stuff that would have been, terrible for your health.
Yeah, people buy into all that kind of crap online all the time.
He has 1.7 million followers. The guy that he was analyzing has 1.7 million followers and says Harvard and Duke in his bio, and
yeah, no,
people are going to fall for that.
You need to talk to your own doctor when it comes to anything. You should talk to him about vitamins and all that. Don't let randos on the internet give you medical advice. Let's see here. Or randos on the radio. Again, I was just talking about what I personally needed today. Oh, that mic is so messed up. Okay, K-Bear.
I didn't even touch it.
I know, it's weird. You're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
It's Patrick.
Patrick, what's on your mind, dude?
Oh, did I miss traffic school?
Yeah, you're a little bit late, dude.
Patrick woke up nice and late today.
Yeah, about 20 minutes late, man. So you'll have to try in next Friday.
All right.
What is it creaking?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's creating that.
Sorry,
racket.
Patrick, we're not talking about you. We're talking about this weird sound
We've
coming
got
from
some
this
technical
microphone.
difficulties.
Whoa.
There you go. Maybe that'll help. Anyway, yeah, try next Friday, Patrick.
Well, we could
right.
we could try to answer.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a specific question, I know just about everything there is to know about traffic law. So what do you got? And if I can't answer, we'll do it next week.
Well, I told you when I was on the phone last time about construction sites on the highway and traveling at night when there's no construction going on.
Oh, if the speed limit changes.
Yeah.
I am going to go with no. I'm going to say you have to travel the same speed, whether they're out there actually getting the job done or not.
Yeah, because what if there's something on the road that they want you to go slow on, something like that?
I think if the signs are up, you have to follow them. Unless it flashes and it says, it's like a lit up, sign with words that says during blank hours, blah, blah, blah. But generally, they just have a regular old sign up.
You know what, Patrick? We'll have Victor test it out for us. We'll send him out 10 p.m. tonight and have him go 80 and 55.
Yeah, right through Fort Hall. I'll just hit the gas. So,
well, I actually was going 80, but I didn't get pulled over. So.
You didn't get caught.
Exactly.
All right, Lieutenant Krantz, get him on the phone.
Yeah, don't worry. They're always listening, Patrick.
If that's even your real name.
I'm not planning on making any more trips from Oregon back to here. So
Gotcha. Well, I was going to say, glad you didn't get caught, but don't break the law, Patrick. All right. Well, you have a good weekend, Patrick.
you too.
Peace.
All right, Larry.
About to wrap up this show, and Peaches said he had something he wanted to talk about.
Yeah, you ready for another edition of Victor Eats?
Victor eats. Oh, I don't know. My stomach's been not so good.
I watch this guy from time to time named Drew Binksy. He's traveled to every country in the world, and he talked about the 3 worst foods he's ever tried.
Okay.
The first one was fermented shark in Iceland.
Okay, so that's similar to surströmming.
He did say that the smell of it was so bad that he just couldn't handle it at all.
Yeah.
He took a bite and was just like, that's the only food I can never swallow.
Yeah, I don't think I swallowed the surströmming.
I watched the
spit it
video.
out.
For some reason, when I searched K-Bear 101 on Facebook, it popped up from
Did I-
like 7 years ago.
Yeah, did I spit it out? It's hard to remember.
I don't recall because like it was funny because there was all of you guys, there was Brad, there was Jade, you, and then for some reason there was like 8 random dudes. I'm like, oh, is this what the office used to look like at full capacity? Was like there was actual people working here?
I'll have to check it out
Yeah.
and see who the people were.
You're like pointing to some guy named Keith, and I'm like, who's this guy?
Keith.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then so there was that, but then they drank snake blood in Vietnam, and what they do is that the waiter comes to your table with snakes all around his neck.
Oh.
You pick which one.
That's disgusting.
The waiter then takes the snake off, cuts its chest open, takes the beating heart out, puts it in the glass, and then drains the blood.
What?
And you drink that.
Man, that's messed up. I don't like snakes, but that's messed up.
Right.
That's like horrific. Yeah, no. I'm going to go with no on that one, Peaches. I don't think our friends at the local, reptile places.
Oh, I would never. Yeah, snakes are too nice. Snakes are too cool. Not too nice. They're too cool.
I don't know about them being nice, but you know me. I don't want to hurt animals.
No, me neither.
So even if I am, grossed out and creeped out by them. So yeah. What was the other thing he?
I didn't finish it from there. I just saw the snake blood. I was like, we got to try that at least once.
Snake
we
blood.
got to try that.
Oh,
Let's go to Vietnam, Victor. Come on.
I've heard Vietnam's pretty cool to visit.
I don't know who told you that, but that'd be terrible.
That's what I've heard. That it's a cool vacation destination. That the dollar goes a long way there, That's
the only reason he gave you for Vietnam being great is that the dollar goes a long way there.
No, and it's really pretty.
That guy
and
was up
stuff
to
like
some
that.
sketchy stuff. Come on.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw it online that Vietnam's a great vacation destination. But, like when I've been in Mexico, they'll have the big bottles of liquor with like a rattlesnake in it. And you're like, whoa.
But you wouldn't drink it. You would buy that and put that on your shelf.
But no, they have it at the bar.
No, but I'm saying like you would take that and just be like, okay, cool. This is going to go right by my book collection.
I don't know. I think it would gross me out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Have a rattlesnake in a jar of liquor.
There's a few people that I know that have like fermented pets, like
Fermented
not
pets?
fermented, but like petrified or whatever they're called, like the
Taxidermied?
No, but they're in the jar of liquid, and
Okay,
like our friend Andy Matter, his girlfriend Biscuits has like the kitten like that, and
yeah,
it's
I don't
just
like
so
that.
disturbing. And she's
Yeah.
like, "This is also Frank the octopus," and it's like it's a little octopus in a jar and
What?
full of I forgot what the liquid's called, but yeah,
Formaldehyde.
formaldehyde. There we go. Yeah.
So they're just preserved.
preserved.
Yeah.
that was the fermented.
No, fermented.
I got a pickled kitten.
That's when you're going to eat them. Ew. All right. Well, generally I like to go get some food after my show, Peaches.
You're welcome.
Thank you for once again killing my appetite. I'm back to feeling like I was yesterday when it comes to eating. But don't worry, we'll find more disgusting content for you by noon for the noon hour of madness and mayhem.
That video still haunted me from the noon hour yesterday of the people that got the anti-aging surgery. I posted that on our Facebook.
Oh, did you post it on our Facebook?
JD put, what the heck?
I didn't realize you posted it.
It's got like 4,000 views. Everyone's just grossed out.
It's a horrifying video. If you haven't seen the reverse aging plastic surgery video, go check out the K-Bear Facebook page, K-Bear 101 FM. It's bothersome.
The first guy in the video looks like he was dared to do it. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. And then after the surgery, he can't really show any emotion because his face just looks that stiff.
Yeah. It's very unsettling to look at, for sure. So we only bring you the best content, everybody. Nice, wholesome, and in good taste content on all of our socials and our shows. Oh, man.
Just like our new logo that we have on the K-Bear Facebook page.
Yeah. Check that out. Let us know what you think. People either seem to be laughing or completely unaware of what is going on.
And that's why I love old people. They just don't know at all.
I just can't believe everybody hasn't been seeing the Cracker Barrel outrage. Like, that was half of my social media feed this morning.
I really want to know what lives are like for those people that have no idea a show is coming to the area until like the day of. They're like, I had no idea that this was coming to town.
I don't know. They don't use social media and apparently don't listen to you and me yap. You know, at least maybe they turn the station when we start talking. You know,
if you do that, go listen to The Pick.
That's right. You can go listen to one of those stations where they only talk for 30 seconds.
That's right. They talk like this. Hello, everybody.
Shout out to our homie Shaggy. All right, everybody. I'm going to leave now. I got so much work to do. So we'll talk to you at noon. Thank you again for tuning in to The Victor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.